abducted in Zamfara school attack. IGP deploys surveillance helicopter counterterrorism unit in Plateau State. On a foreign scene, Zambia's opposition leader Hichilema defeats incumbent to win presidential vote at sixth attempt. In business news, federal government opens bid for Murtala Mohammed International Airport, three others for airport concession. In entertainment news, popular Kwasu lecturer and entertainer Ayo Alao buried amid tears. In sports news, Tokyo Paralympics organizers bar spectators from the games. You listen to Real FM 95.1 in Loring. You can also listen to us by the Real FM website www.realfm.net or watch us live on our social media pages. I am Tini Tokwe Ululeye. Join us for details of the stories after the break.
The family needs you. Nigeria needs you. Drive safe and carefully. Your life is precious.
This message is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin.
Welcome back once again to the news around the globe in Real FM 95.1 in Loring. And now the news in detail. President Muhammad Buhari has signed the Petroleum Industry Bill 2021 into law. Presidential spokesperson Femi Adesina confirmed this in a statement today. According to the statement, President Buhari signed the bill into law while in quarantine after his arrival from the United Kingdom. The ceremonial part of the new legislation will be done Wednesday after the days of mandatory isolation would have been fulfilled. The Petroleum Industry Act provides legal, governance, regulatory, and fiscal framework for the Nigerian petroleum industry, the development of host communities, and related matters. The Senate had passed the bill on the 15th of July, and the House of Representatives followed suit on the 16th of July. The act is expected to replace the obsolete Petroleum Act of 1969. The federal government has announced that Nigeria will today receive 698,880 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine. The executive director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Faisal Shuaib, disclosed this during the flag off of the second phase of vaccination today in Abuja. According to Shuaib, the development will cover those who have not taken the second doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine and those who would like to take their first shots of the AstraZeneca. The administration of new vaccines, marking the start of the second, commenced after the US donated over 4 million doses of the Moderna vaccine to Nigeria. The flag off ceremony held at the Federal Medical Center in Abuja was attended by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman of the Presidential Steering Committee on COVID 19, Boss Mustafa, Minister of Health, Dr. Sagi Hanare, the Minister of State for Health, Senator Oloronimbe Mamora, the Director General of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC), Chikwe Ihekwazu, and the Medical Director of the FMC, Professor Aliyu Ahmed. Meanwhile, the industrial court today adjourned a suit against striking resident doctors under the aegis of the National Association of Resident Doctors NORD, instituted by the federal government until the 15th of September 2021. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, took the striking doctors to court over the abdication of their responsibilities. The industrial court summoned the doctors to explain why the no work, no pay rule should not be applied against them. The resident doctors began an indefinite strike on August 2021 due to the failure of the government to meet some of their demands. Present at the court were key members of the NARD and Ministry of Health. However, officials of Ministry of Labor and Employment were absent. Speaking in the briefing after the case was adjourned, President of the NARD, Dr. Uyil Okua Hisui said the medical body is aware of the impact of the strike on Nigerians, but appealed for understanding, noting that a hungry doctor is a dangerous doctor. The Zamfara State Police Command has confirmed the bandits' attack on the State College of Agriculture and Animal Sciences, Bakura, killing a police inspector and two civilian guards. A statement issued by the command spokesman, SP Mohammed Shehu, said 15 students and four staff members were abducted by the bandits. According to the statement, the bandits were heavily confronted by the tactical police operatives who were alerted and responded to the scene on time. The police operators, while on extensive bush combing at the surrounding areas, rescued three staff who will be debriefed and medically examined before reunited with their families. The Zamfara State Police Commissioner CB Ayuba and Elkanah, who was accompanied by strategic and tactical commanders, held an emergency meeting with the school and the relations. He assured that the police command, in collaboration with other security agencies, are employing various search and rescue strategies in order to ensure the safe rescue of the abducted students and staff currently in captivity. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, today ordered the deployment of a police surveillance helicopter, two units of police mobile force, and two cells of counterterrorism unit CTU to Plateau State. The deployment, Baba said, is part of the ongoing coordinated efforts at restoring public order in Bubuka and its environs following the killings on Saturday. 13 additional suspects, he said, have been arrested in connection with the incident, bringing the total number of arrested persons to 33. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, CP Frank Imba, assured that the NPF is committed to working with other patriotic stakeholders towards restoring public order in Plateau and other parts of the country. Baba said the head of police intervention team, Deputy Inspector General of Police DIG Sanusi Lemo, is already on ground in Plateau coordinating police investigative, operational, and peace building response. And that is it on local news. Up next is foreign news. Please stay tuned.
We are off to the health center now. It's nearly 12 kilometers, but we must go. Some days it's like the sun is doing me like fire does suya. Sometimes rain will fall so tey to cross the stream self. It's serious wahala. My dear husband is with me today. We just on the way.
Me, I don tire o. This water fit drown person. You never reach.
My neighbor once asked me why. Must I go? I said my baby's future is important to me. So we immunize.
When she was born, 6 weeks after, then 10 weeks after, then at 14 weeks old, and at 9 months.
You see, you don't love your children halfway, but completely. You show you care by making sure you immunize them 5 times before their first birthday. Because if you don't finish it, you haven't done it.
Welcome back once again to the news around the globe, Mirror FM 95.1 Ilori. And now moving on to the international scene. Business tycoon and opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema has been declared winner of the hotly contested presidential election in debt-burdened Zambia, with 155 of 156 constituencies reporting. Official results showed Hichilema had captured a landslide of 2,810,757 votes against 1,814,201 for President Edgar Lungu. Electoral Commission Chairman Justice Isaac Chulu, in a televised address, said going by the votes, he declares Hakainde Hichilema President-elect of the Republic of Zambia. The 59-year-old veteran opposition politician beat his longtime rival Lungu following a bruising race held against the backdrop of deteriorating standards of living. This is the sixth time Hichilema has run for the top job, and the third time he has challenged 64-year-old incumbent Lungu, who just narrowly won their last contest in 2016. Shortly after results were declared, Hichilema tweeted a picture of himself standing in front of a crowd with the caption, "Thank you, Zambia." Still on foreign news, there have been scenes of panic at Kabul airport as desperate residents try to flee following the seizure of the Afghan capital by the Taliban. The U.S. Army says soldiers shot two armed men, while three people are reported to have died after falling from the underside of a plane they were clinging onto shortly after takeoff. All flights were later stopped as soldiers tried to clear the runways. The US and other countries are rushing to evacuate staff and allies. On Sunday, the Taliban declared victory after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled abroad with his government collapsed. The militants' return to the rule brings an end to almost 20 years of a US led coalition's presence in the country. Kabul was the last major city in Afghanistan to a Taliban offensive that began months ago but accelerated in recent days as they gained control of territories, shocking many observers. The Islamist group was able to seize control after most foreign troops pulled out. Following the Taliban seizure of Kabul, many people headed to the airport. And that is international news. Up next is business news. Please stay tuned.
This is Royal FM Business News.
In our business update today, the federal government has released a request for qualification for the concession of four international airport terminals and other related services. The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Aviation, Mr. Hassan Musa, made the announcement in a statement issued to newsmen in Lagos today by the Director of Public Affairs of the Ministry, Mr. James Oduwadu. The four major commercial airports are Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja; Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos; Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano; and Port Harcourt International Airport. Musa said that the ministry released the request in compliance with the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission and National Policy on Public-Private Partnership. He said the airports surrounding communities were intended to develop into efficient, profitable, self-sustaining commercial hubs, which would create more jobs and develop local industries through a public-private partnership arrangement. Musa said the eligibility requirements were full names of firm consortia, evidence of company registration, ownership structure of bidding entity, audited financial statements, and sworn affidavit, among others. That is business news for today. Up next is entertainment news.
This is Royal FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment update today, one of the male housemates in the Big Brother Niger show, season 6, KV, has officially withdrawn from the show. His withdrawal was announced today by Big Brother via the head of house and has dampened the feelings of housemates. According to the announcement, KV was advised by a medical doctor to withdraw from the show so that he can focus on his health. It will be recalled that other housemates like Cross, White Money, and GMK had complained about the housemate refusing to talk to anyone and acting strangely. The photographer has mostly kept to himself, often looking lost in thought while in the house. Reactions from fans, celebrities, and housemates now trail Kav's withdrawal. Celebrities have taken to social media to keep well and send their love. And still on entertainment news, a huge crowd today thronged Okioyi, the country home of popular entertainer and lecturer at the Department of Mass Communication, Kwara State University, Ayotunde Alao, to pay their last respect. The famous Kwara-born celebrity died in an auto crash on Saturday evening while traveling to Lagos ahead of an event scheduled for Sunday. Dr. Ayotunde Alao, popularly known as the only MC with a PhD, was buried this morning at the family house in Okioyi amid tears and flows of emotion. Other person died in the accident, while another, identified as Bobby J, is still in coma and undergoing surgery. Academic entertainers, students, and several others attended the burial. Ayotunde, who bagged his PhD at 20 years old, was 36 years old. And that is the entertainment news. Up next, a sports update after this quick commercial break. Please do stay tuned.
Yay! My prepaid meter has entered red. My money has finished. Oh,
Babe, calm down now. Why are you switching off everything now?
with the rising cost of food and every other thing, it is only wise to manage my electricity consumption. And you know what freezers consume.
You better switch to the smart way with Aya Thermocool Inverter Freezers, the 50% electricity saver.
Really? 50%?
Yes, so 50%. So you don't have to switch off your appliances, especially your freezer.
Switch off from a life of stress. Switch to higher thermocool inverter freezer and enjoy 50% electricity saving. That means low electricity bills. Thermocool, always there for you.
Mom, why do you have so many empty Knorr packs in the kitchen?
Take the spoon you want and leave my Knorr pack, so unless you don't want mommy to win some goodies.
Win big in the Knorr Unwrap and Win promo. All you need to do is just turn in 2 or more empty packs of Knorr to stand a chance to be among 24 lucky winners of 500,000 naira each, with 2 winners announced weekly. You could also win other amazing gifts like Showmax mobile subscriptions for a month, Arrival AirPods, microwaves, and much more. Promo runs from the 29th of July to the 17th of October. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion has been approved by the FCCPC.
This is Royal FM Sports News.
Now in sports news, Barcelona president Juan Laporta has revealed the Spanish club is 1.35 billion euros in debt, describing the situation as very worrying. The club's wage bill currently accounts for 103% of total income. Laporta blames predecessor Josep Maria Bartomeu for the debt, accusing him of leaving a terrible inheritance. Extending Lionel Messi's contract would have made the wage bill accountable for 110% of revenue, which La Liga refused to accept. Still in sports news, organizers have confirmed that spectators will not be allowed at Tokyo Paralympic Games because of the city's ongoing struggle with coronavirus. The Japanese government has proposed expanding and extending the country's state of emergency, with the Paralympics beginning on the 24th of August, as well as stadiums. Fans were also requested not to attend road events. Fans were barred from venues in the capital for the Olympics, with events held in some other regions allowed up to 50% capacity. And that ends the sports update, and that ends this around the globe. Before we end today's news around the globe, here again are the highlights of the news as brought to you. President Buhari signs petroleum industry bill into law. Nigeria kicks off phase 2 of COVID vaccination to receive over 698,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine today. Court adjourns federal government case against doctors till September 15. Police confirm 3 dead, 15 abducted in Zamfara school attack. IGP deploys surveillance helicopter, counterterrorism unit in Plateau State. On a foreign scene, Zambia's opposition leader, Hichilema, defeats incumbent to win presidential vote as sixth attempt. In business news, federal government opens bid for Murtala Mohammed International Airport, 3 others for airport concession. In entertainment news, popular Kwasi lecturer and entertainer Ayo Alao buried amid tears. In sports news, Tokyo Paralympics organizers for spectators from the Games. With that, I come to the end of today's news around the globe. It was compiled and edited by Taiwo Adidiro. For comments, observations, and information regarding important events around you, kindly call Joel FM Newsroom at 085 0999 968. I am Tierney Tokwe Udunaya. Good evening and thank you for listening.
Royal FM 95.1. We are premier. We are royal.